Easiest money of my life.
I think I made a mistake there by going for that route because I had to burn my TP there.
Easiest money of my life.
Did you? What have you brought? Otangos?
More regions. Region a lot.
You don't need that much. It's better to save up for boots on Ursa, especially if you got kill. But like, even before, like, but okay. You're 100% mana. I mean mana health. You're eating tango here. It's not shown, but you're eating it right now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
I was
don't.
expecting
Hmm?
a fight there to break out if watch hooked something, but
No, don't do
just
that. You can always eat tango even in between, like inside fight. Because like imagine if you're gonna do this forever, right? If you're gonna constantly eat tango forever, no matter what happens, like basically whenever a lane meets, you're gonna eat tango. You're gonna waste all your tangos in very soon. It's like very large investment. Just don't do it. Like you have 100% HP, don't eat tangos. Because because the counterplay is what if they not gonna fight you? Because they already accomplished their goal, right? They already accomplished goal of wasting your resources of gold to regen yourself. So like they're not gonna fight you. Yeah. Yeah.
that was a misplay.
Easiest money of my life.
Plus, how did you like? Why did you thought that there's gonna be fight there or something like that? Like, what made you into the decision of like, I think it's gonna be fight there.
Usually, Hodge blind poke here, but this doesn't. And well, they get something, we go on him, but this guy is a lot smarter. Think I think I underestimated my support there.
Like, who is much smarter?
I mean, the guy in hook in the air for some reason. Like, I think this guy is like 1K, I think.
So the patch is much smarter, and that's why I think there's gonna be fight. Or
No, think he was a lot dumber. So he hook the air and hook the Marana and go for it, or nothing was gonna happen. But now in retrospect, yeah, that was pretty stupid. He did that tangle for no reason.
Easiest money of my life.
you should not be that scared. Like, whenever you have like this many creeps,
I should have gone on it.
you should not be scared. You should not moving backwards. You should be moving somewhere in this area because there's gonna be creeps in this area. So they pulled, and you could have already been there basically because like these creeps, they are protecting you.
Yeah, I agree.
So whenever you have creeps, imagining this is like gank of for the hero. If they fight you, these creeps will act like +1 hero. So would you be scared 3 versus 2?
Probably not.
Probably not. Like so, yeah. So you can recognize this pattern by looking at creeps. If you have more creeps than them, you will know that you probably shouldn't be that passive, especially when no rotations can exist. Like if you look at this, like first of all, like it's first 5 minutes, there's like no rotation of mid laners and stuff like that, right? Like or first 4 minutes. So um, and OD is not like ganker or something. So basically, first 4 minutes, it's like pretty simple almost always. It's gonna be that once you have creep advantage, you shouldn't be played that scared.
Yeah. Agree.
Again, you're too scared. See this? You're like, oh, it's near their tower and stuff. But look how many creeps you have, right?
It should be there. We're hitting them, or at least be
Yeah,
back
get
behind the
XP,
creeps.
get the last hit. You know, you can still aggro creeps. Like if you're scared they're gonna kill you, you can still aggro creeps here. Plus, like they cannot kill you. Like their heroes cannot kill you. They don't have like power to like do they benefit from having the lane like in their tower a bit? But like can they like do they have some spell that like the longer they chase you, the more damage it deals or something?
No.
They just throw arrow and they clap you and start hitting you. So the clap will last like for a while, that's true, but like it's not that it's gonna kill you. It's not that like like it's not like let's say that they have dazzle, right? The longer they chase you, the more damage it will deal because it will constantly like slow you down and it not the more it will deal, but like they can slow you down and constantly hit you because it's gonna constantly refresh the slow because they have like a long line of chasing you down. Or like they don't have some sort of like Ursa with higher movement speed that would hit them constantly with force pipes, and the more they hit, the more it deals. So they will not like benefit that much from it. So they cannot kill you here. That's first thing. Second thing, you have hero here. These creeps are one hero. And third thing, like you have nothing better to do. So even leeching experience would be better. You can aggro creeps and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay.
We're gonna go on this guy. We're gonna burn like all of this region and
Okay, so
burn
by doing this play, like you forced him
egg.
to leap like many times,
Yeah.
and you lost 2 creeps from this move. So yeah, so that's the trade you made here. 2 melee creeps lost, and the lane is still not solved. So that's also issue. Uh, okay, this camp is blocked. Okay. So we cannot solve it with big camp, and this is pulled badly. Okay, so you had only 2 options. You can only option to or hitting the Mirana or staying in lane. I would still stay in lane and farm, but whatever. Okay. Now we can block creeps, to be honest, because they cannot pull this camp towards the big camp. So you know that the creeps will meet basically, and there's no creep below half speed, so you have nothing like to do here. Else to do here, so I will just block my creeps because preferably I want the lane to be closer to my tower just so I have higher kill potential, and Patch has higher kill potential and everybody has higher kill potential. So you're pushing it.
I'm gonna go on him. He has no leap anymore.
Yeah, he did already like 3 leaps or something, so it's fine to
Yeah.
do this because you lost only 1 creep or something, 2 creeps. Too bad you like pushed it in with the killing the first creep, but it's okay, I guess. Okay, start denying. Position yourself even aggressively so he cannot like reach that creep. For example, yeah. It's good to even position yourself like aggressively whenever you're like 1v1ing. Because you would rather trade like him hitting you instead of him hitting the creep. Because you would rather get last hit than to and trade it for harassment of his. Yeah. Also, you can queue like in like forward, like towards your tower, which is also cool to get the last hit instead of leaping into them. You can leap away, and it will still hit them if you position yourself aggressively. So again, a little bit of scared, but now we don't have creeps, so I'm fine. Like that, you're slightly scared, but I would still try to make the gap. Okay, this is fine. So let's move into the. Oh, by the way, you don't need wand here. 'Cause they don't have like that many spammable spells. Because they're gonna like hit arrow sometimes even from the fog, so it will not give you charges. It just doesn't give you anything to upgrade it. I would rather like save up the gold, like 150 for next item. It's better.
I agree.
Easiest money of my life.
There's range creep maced. Yeah, preemptively charge up your W, by the way. Like when this happens, when he's already hooking, what I'm doing is I'm pressing overpower.
Or overpowered immediately when I see a hook.
Yeah, or like when you expect that you know, like when yeah, because it doesn't cost that much mana, right? And it allows you to refresh the cooldown.
Yeah.
So you can have two overpowers in fight instead of one, which is a huge deal, right? So just overpower whenever like you expect something. Because like it's only 30 mana and you can always use it to deny creeps, right? Or to last it. So it's not a waste. Like in this scenario you have so many options to use your overpower, right? You can like double deny creeps, right? So you have more damage than the enemy. You can double acid creeps. And you can kill the guy that he's gonna hook.
I'm gonna leap away
So,
from this.
yeah, so you force him like to leap. I would probably leap with him sooner, but okay, you force the leaps and traded it for like some melee creep. Oh, now this is bad. Now you traded too many
Yeah,
HP for anything. This
yeah,
is.
that was bad.
But you thought he doesn't have leaves or something? I'm not even sure if it shows. I think it
That,
doesn't for
that,
enemy. So maybe you tried it. So okay, I'm fine with that, I guess. Okay, again, position aggressively, right? Because you have the power of creeps, kind of, and they are. It is like 2v1, yes, that's true. But still, position at least slightly aggressively. Like, yes, you can get arrowed bit, but slightly aggressively will be fine. Again, preferably Wing preemptively. So for example, here I would W. Why would I W? Because again, I can either use it on him, or I will use it
right.
for denying creeps. Like imagine here, right? Imagine if preemptively you W, you would theoretically had chance to have overpower, right? And this would be easier. By the way, stick yourself next time sooner.
Yeah,
And stay in
Easiest
line.
money of my life.
Again, the guy that can kill you is Shaker, but yeah, should be 7 minute mark, so it's possible. But yeah, okay. So they respawned. Yeah, let's not waste time. Just buy your items and go jungle.
Go to the
We,
jungle
yeah,
immediately. Yeah,
because we cannot lane anymore, right? Because we don't have enough regen on ourselves, and we don't have support here to heal us, right? So either
yeah.
ask for heal from support or while you're jungling, or just jungle, because the lane is over for you if you don't have enough HP. So you're gonna probably die in next future, right? Because you stay.
I think I die here.
Yeah, you either die or you don't
I
get like any, you don't farm basically.
see.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so you haven't farmed, so you're still not
I'm waiting
farming.
for that.
Now you see them both, right? That's another opportunity for you to walk like this and get the jungle creeps, get your jungle items and farm, farm,
Yeah,
farm.
I was waiting for that morbid, but should have just stayed in the camp. It would have been, it would have gotten to me faster.
Yeah, and you try to use your phase boost to faster farming and try to use your empowers preventively.
Easiest money of my life.
Keep using your empowers. And then again, he missed hook, right?
Yeah,
So like with this HP, since like three players are bottom, right? Because you know Mirana was here with Brewmaster. So what would you rather say is like better playing here versus three players and like 10 watt, or playing in jungle? What would you say is better play? Or we will see again. So you gone him, which is,
yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
you have to be, yeah. What did you say?
I go on him because I'd seen under level, but in a real game, that guy ain't gonna be under level. So
So
yeah, that
so
was a mistake.
no, it's fine play if you manage to reach him with slow. If you manage to reach him with slow, it's fine play. But other than that, it's like pointless. So since you have phase boots and Q, it might be okay play. But the the scary thing is that you can get arrowed. So when you do this play, you need to be like you need to know what's gonna happen, because this is already fight. So you know that three players are bottom, so you need to expect arrow when immediately when you leap. So you have to have your ulti ready, like instantly, because you're gonna see arrow only for brief moment, basically, in better games. And yeah, if Shaker went away, I would go farming jungle. But since Shaker like went to the left, you can do your play. And you actually got arrowed. Look. Okay, so farm jungle again.
Go
The
for the wave there.
Yeah, there is wave, but there's only two creeps, and you have already so many players here that it's not worth for you to like get the wave. Like it's too like you will get like two creeps and then like one creep and then back off for three players. I don't like that play. So this is super stupid. It would normally escalate in your death if enemy were any better. So the goal, instead of all these like shenanigans, is to
They're farm there.
yeah, is to rather get the
Money
farm.
of my
By the way,
life.
Ursa is very good at killing ancients. Yeah, don't waste time in your lane, because the more, yeah.
Yeah, around here is when I go. I'm not getting anything out of there, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
TP out.
the like Urza is lane dominator, that's true, but like your place you made them in like to going to lane with like low HP and there's only two creeps, lane is shoved into the enemy. There's no farm for you. You're always searching like for the farm, and there wasn't any farm for you. It was just like pointless because enemy could have just like backed off a bit and aggro creeps towards tower or something. Like you wouldn't accomplish anything there basically. So because it was already accomplished, everything was shoved into the enemy, so you had nothing there to farm. So there was no point of doing any sorts of plays like this, because the more you like mess with them and not farm, the more this guy is farming. So you're carry and you should focus more on like, you know, like you pressured it already and now stop the quote unquote pressure, because like there's not many, and just do your job, you know. Get some CS, because 29 in 9 minutes, it's not gonna be enough. So Ursa is very good at, yes, he's good at like laner, so he can dominate the lane, that's true, but he's also good at killing ancients easily, and he's very good at killing this rush. You can get it like very soon, like 9 minutes, you know, level like 7 8 is totally fine to get the rush with mask if you don't level up.
I,
Yeah.
I go for Roche at like level 9 here.
Yeah, because like you, this slows you down,
Yeah, I got
Shock slows you, and ulti slows you. So yeah,
yeah.
and sometimes somebody can tank it also. So yeah, you need minimal like 4 and 2 to get the rush, and then you need somebody to tank it, or you need like 3 and 4, and then it's fine, something like that. With more debate mask, yeah, face boots or something. Yeah, so yeah, so that's why like playing towards like here, this area is nice, or even sometimes even TPing is fine, because like you kill ancients like very fast with your thing, and that's gonna give you like high level, and then you can immediately go rush basically. So that's usually your timings with like what to do after the laning stage. That's one option of how to play it out. The second option is just to stay in your lane longer and just abuse the fact that you wanna slow down the offlaner. That's sometimes also like nice play. Like when they have like rush defense and you have like ancient killer like in your team, that's the time when I would stay in lane probably rather than going ancients. But in your team, like who's getting ancients? This guy. Yeah, usually I like the gold like more than anything, or the lower game gets, because nobody's hitting creeps anywhere and anytime, never. And pressuring somebody that doesn't know how to play Dota anyways, like the enemies, is like less efficient than being strong on yourself if you know what you're doing. But yeah, um, so yeah, it was like unnecessary, all these shenanigans. Nobody farmed, you didn't kill anybody, you lost like a lot of time and still losing. So Wraith King TP'd bottom.
For some reason, I should I
So again, now you have like options, like the longer you stay here, eventually they will like beat you and beat your tower. And
even
yeah,
they take the tower eventually. Yeah,
yeah, and you will not progress the game further until you move into this area basically, because you will never ever get this tower. You will just not ever get this tower. It's too easy to defend. You'll never ever get it. It's almost in every game of Dota. So that's why the longer you stay here, if you're not constantly killing them or something, like they shouldn't supposed to be here. Like let's say they send some, uh, some hard farming carry, like they send anti-mage here. Maybe that's option to constantly like kill him here and constantly be killing him here, because he TP'd and is nowhere to escape, or like I don't know, PL or somebody, you know. But still, like the normal option of what to do is actually to play in this area. This is the like secured option and safer play to do. Like basically, whenever you're not like super winning the game, or there's not something specific, usually the Radiant should be in this area
and the tower
and
should be
on the opposite. Yeah.
like yeah.
So yeah, because like this tower is easy to take, this tower is easy to take. There's a rush for you as Ursa. You have ancients here, so you have the most farm as carry here. So the laning phase is something different than the mid game phase. Laning phase, you're here for the reasons of like it's easier to play here. The creeps meet closer to your tower. uh, you're not still you cannot still kill this tower, so there's no reason for you to be with carry on like top, let's say, in first place. You cannot kill ancients, so you will not farm faster here, something like that. You know, so you just get more farm here, basically in laning stage. But after that, once enemy can zone you out of this lane, that's the time when you will get less farm from here. Because like this is more aggressive approach. Being here is like super aggressive, and uh, by aggressive I mean you have to be certain that you're gonna kill the enemy without dying, or that you're gonna like kill tower, or that you wanna invade this area, which is like the hardest area to invade. So that's why again, don't play here if none of these things are are
Yeah,
you know,
if
yeah.
none of them are an option.
Yeah, not if you cannot make none of these plays, you shouldn't be here. Yeah, this is kind of
I,
fine because nobody's taking it, right? And can you defend mate? Kind of, you can. So I like that you ignore the jungle. Like normally, like Ursa or any carries likes to play in like jungle, but since this is literally nobody doing and somebody has to do it, you went for it. So this is good. Again, keep pressing W more often. You have billion mana. You're wasting 2.7 regen because you're not using this. And yeah, it's faster farming. Now laning stage over. You wanna flash farm, right? You want to get to the point of you being strong and being to able to do the next objective, right?
yes,
So
exactly.
rush it down, overpower. Don't waste time. This is not laning stage. This is not I'm gonna deny it. No, and again, you're walking forward. This is not your job, right? Like, is Urza tower hit too, or do you think? What is Urza strong at?
He's
I'm gonna ask you.
he's terrible at hitting that tower. The reason I went for it is because I see the siege creep.
Yes. Yeah, and what is Urza good at and bad at?
He's good at killing creeps, killing heroes, killing roach.
He's not good at killing creeps.
So
He's like okay at it, but he's not good at killing creeps. He's like under average of carries probably.
yeah,
So you said Rosh is good. He's good at killing Rosh. What did you say? What did you mention?
yeah,
What else?
killing roach, killing heroes, kinda,
Yeah,
and
he's strong at killing heroes. Yes,
that's like the only thing he
but
does.
not solo, right? He doesn't have stun usually. But like you would need to get yourself like some either gag closer or stun in order to kill them solo. But you're very good at destroying any like hero from 100 to 0 if the guy cannot move, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he's yeah. So yeah, so moving here, I know you saw catapult, but again, this is not your job, and it will
I
not.
think I
Huh?
think I died for this actually.
Yeah, and also, even like if you like, oh, I see catapult, I'm gonna push, right? Then you need to know that you need to be certain that you're gonna like get this tower, or that nobody can kill you if you're gonna do it, right? So Urza again, he doesn't have much escapes. Like yes, he has like Q and R to slightly escape, but that's about it. And yeah, and you're
That was
wasting
a
time
huge,
here basically
yeah, that was
because
a
enemies
huge mistake.
will obviously defend this, like no matter what. Like anybody can defend mid lane, like mid lane, like towers and stuff. They are like the easiest to like. They are most convenient for somebody to farm there, basically, because like it's the most important like job to do, and everybody can meet up. Like from all sides, people can come, and even if they TP here, it's not much of a forcement for the enemy to be here, because if from mid they can still go top and bottom in some decent timer. So it's not much like space creation of you forcing enemy to be at mid. Like usually enemy wants to be mid and one lane, and you want to be mid and one lane. Like your team wants to be mid and one lane. So it's not much forcement per se. So yeah, so no reason to do this, because you should already assume that the best play for them, no matter if you're here or not, will be to have some hero here to farm it up. So you're not forcing any reaction. So your hero is not good at hitting tower, you're not forcing any reactions, and your goal is completely different. So we shouldn't be here.
Yes. Agree that. That was really stupid.
Again, fast,
And that,
overpower fast.
here's where I
Yeah, get out.
realized, oh shit.
By the way, ult sooner. Try to spam it at the beginning. So your different play should be... What should be your different play instead of walking like this to mid? By the way,
Shove?
by the way, even if I went to mid, my goals would be to destroy creeps without dying. So I would
Yeah,
just like
shit.
aggro creeps and try to kill them as fast, or just try to kill them as fast as possible, while knowing that OD can kill me, or like stunner plus somebody. So I would position myself so I cannot die, kill the creeps, and get out as fast as possible. Yep.
Yeah. The play there was should have shoved to like the river, like the stairs, and then go to the jungle immediately.
Yeah, and where to the jungle?
To the triangle.
Yeah, why triangle though?
Because I now have a morbid, I have my Fury Sweats maxed.
So
I
the
can
reason
kill
why,
you.
okay, why not this camp compared to triangle?
Like the ancients are meant to. Don't the ancients get more gold in the stack?
Yeah, they get more gold, exactly. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is nobody was in this area of map. This is the area of map it's easiest to be, right? Your team was bottom. So if you're going to them, it's like saying, this area is too dangerous and I want to fight or something like that. That's you saying if you go to this area. If you go into the if you went to the top, it would be like at least I'm doing like some job while my team is doing whatever, and I can always like TP there. And I don't want to fight here. My job is to get farmed enough or potentially get rush, right? Something like that.
Yes. I agree.
Okay, you can
You can
give
now
this to
go
your
for it.
teammates. They will benefit from it more than you. The jungle item. And again, rush this up as fast as possible. This is not laning. Okay, I'm gonna use Fog of War to Radiant just so we see only what you see. So you see OD bottom. Now, can somebody stop you from rushing? Probably not. So while this is happening, by the way, I'm gonna rewind just for you. Okay, this is your camera. So yeah, so if nobody can stop you, it's good to go rush. You shove top, that's good. And while you're doing this, you should look at bottom of what's happening,
Yes.
because that interests you very much, like who used which ultis, if you want to TP there and wipe out the guys that like are left, you know, if fight is like convenient for you and stuff like that. Okay, by the way, this let me rewind just. Did I looked right? Okay, you're
I
preemptively
did.
W, okay.
I didn't
Okay.
look bottom close. 'Cause
Yeah, I think you didn't have
I
to
should
ult
have.
or something, but yeah. Okay, you're going here again. This is nonsensical, kind of. I know it's not like looks aggressive, but again, Ursa doesn't have any escapes, right? And you're farming small camp, right? Instead of choosing to farm more, which is like big camp, not big camp, ancients,
The
and
ancients, the
and
ancients. Yeah.
and pressuring this, right? So you went for the small camp. I know it's the enemy small camp, so it's like the double of experience and gold you're getting basically because you're stealing it from the enemy. But actually it's not. Why? Because like nobody is killing all of this. Nobody is killing it.
Yeah.
So this camp would give you double the small camp if somebody was clearing all this. But you are not even strong enough yet to kill everything here. So killing this camp will not like benefit you in terms of net worth farm, net worth war.
Easiest money of
So
my
again, I
life.
slightly don't like yeah. It's not slightly like I don't know. It's like huge. Get out from here. Yeah, you shouldn't be shoving mid much than that. Yes, cool. You abandon the range creep at least. Good. So again,
Yeah, don't.
yeah, and Urza, like how he's played, like he prefers to like not shove lanes because he's not good at it, and also it steals from your teammates to farm it because they usually cannot kill jungle camps and creeps, but they can kill lane creeps because it's easy to kill lane creeps because creeps killing each other. So it's just about all about the one right click at the end to get the last hit. But in jungle, you have to finish it all by yourself. So like can Willow farm, creeps in jungle? Usually very hard. Same with like patch and stuff like that. And they definitely cannot even kill ancients. So every time nobody's killing ancients, you're losing that net worth. So even though shoving lanes is very important, as Urza, I would be like less inclined into doing so. And I would rather at least do this, like before you go here or before you go mid or top, try this, like try to like ping it or like write like somebody like shove it. It's free, to get it. Like that, there's free experience and gold on top, guys. So say it in chat or something. So some you have like some percentage chance, like I don't know, 20, that somebody will TP and get the gold because you called it. So yeah. So your team in general will get more net worth from it because your team will get the lanes and you will get the jungle instead of you getting lanes and they getting nothing or feeding because they are in wrong parts of the map in first place. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
And third thing is ancients give more gold than the lane. So you would ramp up your farm a little bit faster, slightly. But yeah. Yeah, I sometimes do these like moves too because at least you're doing something in the game, right? Like you're lessening your farm, but you're at least helping the game to progress. Because let's say they are fighting, right? So if they are fighting and you cannot like join them because it's nonsensical like fight, at least you're shoving lanes, and make like the map look nice after the fight ends. Because now after the fight ends, even if the enemy won, they would have to TP back to defend their buildings or get the farm back, right?
Yeah,
It's better than
yeah,
jungling if they are fighting usually. But if they are not fighting, at least try it. At least like say, guys, like there's farm top, farm it up, guys. Or even tell them if they are in a rush of fighting or getting towers, tell them this tower looks juicy, over bottom or something. Again, kill it as fast as possible, get one clarity, and get out from here as fast as possible. Like right now, because how like slow this is, you're losing like the net worth because the Mercs creeps could have been farmed.
yes.
They can be like stacked. You will be able to like reach your triangle and stack it. Again, if you're not killing your ancients every minute, again you can even ask somebody stack it. Like at 14:30, tell somebody stack me ancients. I'm pushing out the lanes, so you know, so you don't lose the farm. And again, where did you went? Wait, why are you here? What happened?
my time in diff diffusal Aegis thought I could go on and end
So
the game like right now.
end the game right now.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
mean? What do you mean end the game
One,
right now?
I mean, take at least like 2 towers from this because I feel really strong.
Okay, so you're tipping back to get like your diffusal faster or something.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so you're gonna have like diffuser, low mana, and you're tipping mid. So when do you think you're gonna go with the Aegis and diffusal power?
Yeah. Now that you say it like that, that's yikes. That was
No,
pretty yikes.
why not? Like it's a plan, right? Like you're strong, you're powerful enough. Maybe you can make something happen. Sure, like why not? But I'm just asking, where will you go? You know, what's the plan here?
I'm gonna
So
go
what's your in
mid.
your head? Like, is it only that I'm strong? I just want to go somewhere. I don't know where, or what's the plan?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
after this, I just see you hitting creeps, you know. So I'm not sure if you have any plan, or if it wasn't just executed, or what happened. Like,
yeah, I think it was more of a I'm strong now, but I don't know where I want to go.
okay,
In
so
retrospect,
yeah.
in retrospect, I think I should have just take the tower, seeing that nobody's there.
So why would you decide to take tower? Like what made you to decide it? It's just that oh I'm strong, I have diffusal ages, so no matter what my hero like jobs is or what's the situation in the game, I will just kill towers because that's something that progresses the game. Or
It's because it progresses the game, and I look at the time now,
okay, so okay,
15. The catapult is coming, so maybe I could take top
okay,
now
so
that I
so
have
your
this
plan
time.
now is like oh it's catapult wave, so you're gonna take it with catapult. That's sounds more reasonable. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, so your plan is basically to get towers buildings with catapult with your timer. Okay, that's cool. So do you need something to do that, like, or you are enough to do it?
I think I'm enough to do it, though I may be overestimating.
So do you remember how you died on mid with just W and Meteor Hammer?
Yeah,
So what would change in this scenario if you just did it yourself? Let's say you walk straight out mid with catapult and the catapult will start hitting it. Like, will you be able to survive? Like, will you be able to push this tower alone? Like, don't you think like when the combo happens again, OD doubling you, ulting you, don't you think you would die?
yeah, I would die definitely.
Yeah.
I would waste
So
the ages.
probably well, so probably like alone is not an option, probably, right? Or like I don't think you can. You know, if they're gonna defend their buildings, you cannot do this alone. As we mentioned from the beginning, like okay, you will stand near catapult and try to like defend that catapult, and catapult kills it, right? So what happens if they run at you, right? You will probably have to walk away, else they burst your ages and they burst you even, right? So you cannot defend the catapult alone if that's your plan, right?
Yeah, it should.
Like it's cool that
I
you have ages, but like you cannot defend that catapult alone. Like
that's true. That's
if
true.
you think about it from the enemy perspective, like they don't care. Okay, they're gonna have to burst you twice to remove the catapult, so you will get few hits, maybe, but like they will kill you twice in a row. You cannot like avoid it alone. You cannot like leave if they do the combo of OD or any other combo. Basically, I just mentioned the combo that kill you, so you know how it looks. So yeah, so you will need like something else to do that. So yes, you're strong. That might be correct. Maybe stronger than them. I would say that to be stronger than them, you would have to have like BKB versus OD. But you still have two lives, you know. So maybe you know your spike is like nice. So yeah, so you decided to make a play, but you cannot do it alone. So you need players. So tip it here when like, but without purpose because one guy is here, right? One guy is dead, one guy is bottom, and this guy is mid. So there's not much of a plan, and that's how it looks like. You think you want to do something, and instead we tip it mid and then walking bottom, and we are still not like grouped or something to make a play. So it's like chaotic.
Yeah, it is. I did basically
Uh,
nothing here. The
yeah,
rush.
and I haven't seen any like pings, any nothing. You know, I haven't seen any smarter like progression of the game. Like, did you told it something? Probably not, right? So like, there's no
No,
like smoke. There's no,
no
um,
smoke, no nothing.
yeah. Al- Also, you're trying to do it on the mid tower, which again is kind of easily like defendable. So yeah, like these plays are weird, and all these plays they cost you a lot of gold, a lot.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, it's I haven't seen like opportunity because like you tip it to mid when this lane was like near your tower, like somewhere here, somewhere in the middle of my screen.
Yes,
So
but
even in order to kill this tower, you would still have to wait for somebody to push it out into the tower. That takes a lot of time to do. And again, it's less of your job, it's more job of your teammates. So you're doing it kind of slow and yeah. So you still had time before tipping and joining if you wanted to make some play like this. Uh, so we ended up on bottom. Too bad that there's no catapult wave, but you tried to like expand upon the like your like
the
strength
power
of
spike.
ages. Yeah, power spike.
I think I died. I
So
burned the ages there like really
like
bad.
the bad part was that they could have just like leave bottom and then you wouldn't be able to push this tower probably with your spike, but maybe you could, it's ages and you had like some team, but yeah. So I'm like, I'm not gonna comment on this, it's like okay, I guess. So now we don't have ages, so will you do it second time? What do you think?
Absolutely not.
Probably not. So this guy has ulti, they have ultis, so you're probably not gonna do it second time. So what is our plan now? What do you think?
In the creeps until I get like BKB or something.
Yeah, okay, so we need something, okay? You mentioned BKB and how you gonna accomplish it? Where you gonna farm? Where you gonna what you gonna hit to
It
accomplish that?
hit the ancients. Well, I'm gonna farm towards the ancients. Most
Yeah,
likely.
either farm towards the ancients or TP there, right? There's only two
Yeah.
options you have. So why wouldn't you TP there right now? What do you think? Or like, what's the downside of TPing there? Like, if you want to be there, why not immediately? Is there some downside? Why did you mention like to farm towards the ancient?
I think I could get more out of it.
You can get more
But
out of it by not doing what you want to do.
not necessarily. I think I think what I did here was because I farmed towards it so I could get the creeps in the bottom jungle and then get to the ancients in time. But I'm not gonna get there in time.
Yeah, you're not gonna get there in like 80-minute mark to kill it, right? So you're gonna miss the one ancient's minimum, right? If you're not gonna go there
Yes.
immediately, right? Yeah, that's one of the things. Plus, another thing is like the priority is like ancients, right? That gives the most gold, but like also the lane like gives some more. So there's like some lane near tower. Again, you would maybe accomplish something if your team wants to AFK and not get it, because like I don't see any pings of on top to ping it by you or anybody. So again, it would be optional to get ancients, get lane, or at worst you're gonna get ancients and jungle creeps. So it's fine. So yeah, so we are not tipping there and we're gonna lose the ancient creeps. So maybe you should TP there. So the another downside of TPing is that you're not gonna have TP ready. So would you think that you need the TP in the next 80 seconds?
No,
Why not?
because lanes are shoved, and I don't have BKB or anything, so I'm not gonna respond to any fight. Sorry.
What if they try to Uh, yeah, yeah, probably you're not gonna respond to defending this, but I would say you are able to like defend your buildings a little bit, even without your BKB, if the fight goes well. As Ursa, yeah, like you still have ult and you can burst one guy down and then walk away behind your tower safely without dying. That's still your in your capabilities. So if we TP top, we will not be able to defend bot basically. But there's like upsides. This lane is already shoved, so it will still take them long time. And by the time you might change your farming pattern from farming from here towards here, and reaching here by walk this destination by walking. So you would still be fine of defending that building. And yeah, as you mentioned, you probably don't want to join. Your goal is BKB. Yeah, cool. Why not? Yeah. So you're not losing even the opportunity to join because you don't want to join no matter what in first place. And if you want to join, it would be still probably on the top tower or mid, even though mid is dead. Yeah, so it would be fine to TP top. So yeah, so I would probably TP, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're losing some fun. Also, another things like, but that's progress to ahead of time is sometimes you can like know who TP'd bottom to defend it, and that way you will know that the guys that still have TP should can go on the other side. If but the guys that TP'd here, they are stuck here. So if you're gonna farm all this towards ancients, what they gonna do, right? Question mark. Because you're killing them their creeps and they don't want to hit this building because they are not strong enough to do so. So what are they gonna do here, right? They gonna just waste their time walking with you towards some place that you're not gonna want to farm, right? So if you want to like play smartly, sometimes it's as well about your teammates, to split about the team, to split the farm evenly, to get the more net worth by your whole team. Plus, this will force them into some weird place for sure. If you're gonna farm like their camps, if they don't have TPs, but these guys have, except the willow, it doesn't matter. So, but these guys have, so it's fine. It just sometimes that happens. So, also you had another option, by the way. Since ancients give a lot of gold, wouldn't you say killing these ancients would be better than TPing and killing your own ancients? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's reasonable enough. The only downside to it is I could die to OD, but we're
E-
3-on-1.
Exactly, and all these things like they matter a lot. So first thing is it's very tough like to process all this basically because you need to process all these things in matter of like the whole time. It's very like difficult to decide like the best play, but you need to process so many. And I will tell you another things what you can think about. The OD was like nice hint. Another hint is, well, as you mentioned yourself, you guys are frees, so you can do it with three players. But what does it mean to you? It means that you will force your two other teammates to be with you to get one jungle camp, right? Engines, which is like doubled because you're stealing it from the enemy, right? So, so is it worth enough for three players to like to get one more ancients basically because you're just gonna get one more ancients more because you're killing their ancients instead of your own ancients. So is it worth of three players getting one angel camp? It's like not. It wouldn't be good play because
Yeah,
you would
it's
force
not.
them to play near like yes they while they waiting they could get the big camp but it's about it. Um, Another thing is that on the minimap, you can do you see those yellow dots?
Yeah,
So there's no dot in these engines. So they might they are not there basically.
yeah,
So engines
they
are
could be
dead.
gone.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are
they're dead.
dead. They are dead
They're
because
dead.
there's no dot. So they are dead. So that's not in your so once you don't see basically you look at the minimap you see oh there is no dot I don't have to think this whole thought process. And the last thing you should think about is what are you gonna do next after you kill this ancient, like
Yeah,
do you know the name like the word like farming pattern, right? It's like what's the like fastest best approach to getting the most net worth and stuff like that, right? So it's not only about one camp. That's only the starting point. Right now we are deciding the starting point where we should start farming, right? But what is the next camp you're gonna farm, or what is the next thing you're gonna farm? You're not gonna farm this tower, right? You're not gonna farm this tower without Aegis or BKB. So you're not gonna like fight them again, right? Without Aegis or BKB. You're not killing this camp because your team's gonna kill it because you force them here. Plus, also it requires cooperation. By the way, if they leave you here, you're just gonna die. That's also a funny thing. Uh, so, what's the next step? What are you gonna farm after?
yeah. E- Even if the ancients were up there, it would. I will go like this. I would go. They're ancients. Then I would go to nearest safest camp.
So this one,
Would be yeah that one.
yeah, it takes
And
a
then
long
towards
time,
the
right?
ancients.
Like do, and then walking towards the ancient do small camp and then ancients. It sounds awkward, like this farming pattern, right? Like it's very long and you're getting ancients, then big camp, then walking through mid. Who knows what happens on mid? On mid they will kill you probably. Like you shouldn't like walk across like lanes that much. Plus they will see you, so they will not be threatened and stuff. It's kind of scary to walk through it. And then you kill maybe small camp, maybe they will zone you out, who knows? And then you reach this destination. It doesn't look the best farming pattern. It's possibility, but it doesn't look the best. Like especially this move, it takes it kind of it's long distance basically.
It takes a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while. So the the less like in your team, if there are less farmers like heroes that can kill creeps, the less I'm inclined of taking these like long paths of farming pattern. Why? Well, because your team, your team is not or isn't like you have this even from historical experience. You saw them not farming camps, so in this game, based on their skill,
Yeah.
you haven't seen them. So based on that, I'm less inclined of taking these long paths. Why? Because these long paths are only worth if like this all is gonna be cleared out. Because if it's all gonna be cleared out, you don't care that you're gonna walk longer distance to get bonus like ancients from the enemy. You would be fine, right? But like nothing here is gonna get farmed. So the shorter the distances is, usually the more net worth it's gonna give you. Because nobody is taking it except from you, kind of like in your bracket here in this game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why any movement speed item is more valuable in these kind of games because it allows you to like farm faster. Any like damage item is more valuable because it allows you to kill creeps faster. Any like not AoE, any cleave is more valuable. uh, and any farming pattern that like reaches like from one camp to another the fastest way is more valuable pattern than the long ones that is gonna steal some creeps of the enemy. Because like if we exaggerate it, right? If we like steal this camp and this camp from the enemy and then walk all the way towards here to kill this camp, it just it's awkward if all these creeps are not being killed basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go with this. Be right back.